What'd you think of it?
That was fun. We did a little live blitz period on the quarterbacks to watch those guys, versus live bullets. And we let the quarterbacks call their own plays in the team period. It was interesting to see, the mix of plays that they did. I thought they all handled the formations and the clocks well and called the plays. Didn't really have any flubs in there.
Anybody stand out?
We'll go look at the tape every day. We're monitoring every play. I thought Hughes stood out today. He had a nice run, broke a 70-yard touchdown run, was physical. And again, I praise Ham. He's had a nice spring throughout the spring. He's getting in shape. And again, there's going to be a great battle for that number 2 tailback spot.
Doing something on the offensive line. I guess are you fairly well set with who you think is going to be your starters?
Yeah, we're still experimenting with some things. In spring, that's the time to do it. We got a guy in there, John De La Rosa, that really has been injured the last few years. So we really haven't had a chance to evaluate and look at him, and he's really had a nice spring. So we're giving him an opportunity. We're working a couple guys at left and right, in particular Jerome Daniels. We need to have a 4-man tackle rotation and a 4-man guard rotation. It's really been a really good spring for Chris Misalafua because he's taken over for Elmendorf, so he's probably getting double the amount of reps that he would normally get, and he's getting a lot of reps with the ones. So that's a great chance for us to evaluate him while Elmendorf gets healthy, and he's done a nice job. So I've been very pleased with the line play on both sides of the ball, with the ones and the twos.
I guess is that kind of the area closest to your heart?
Yeah, I guess so. Being a fat guy myself, but that's where it's won. We got to recruit in the trenches. We got to develop guys in the trenches, and that's where the game's won.
Do you feel like you have more depth than you've ever had?
Oh, there's no doubt. I really feel we're solid 2 deep on the offense and defensive line, and really we're trying to develop threes, and in some areas we have already. So that'll always be a constant focus and the staple of our program.
Just talk about practice the last few weeks. You had your first scrimmage.
Starting from the first day, we've been getting better and better every day, so that's always positive. Getting better.
Talk about your relationship with the quarterbacks. I know you guys are in competition with each other, but you have to be a tight-knit group. Talk about that.
Yeah, we're all good friends, but we're all competitors, so we're competing, but we're good friends at the same time.
And for you, personal goals, obviously everyone wants to start. Do you have any personal goals besides that?
That and then win a conference championship.
And then talk about the offensive line. We got 4 starters coming back. Pretty much a veteran group. Talk about them.
They're a good group, looking forward to that.
All right, talk about the last few weeks of practice. You had your first scrimmage last Friday, and talk about the physical.
I know it's been good. Now I've only been here for 1 season so far, but definitely the intensity is, it keeps increasing every time. I think every time we have the pads on, physicality just keeps going up, and that's kind of what we need to be with our defense, especially we're a run-stopping defense. So.
Yeah, talk about the development of the defense. How do you guys look now compared to last year?
I feel like we're more comfortable with the whole system because we've taken our defense a lot farther than we did last spring. I think because it was still new to a lot of people, especially it was new to me last season. But this year, we're getting used to it, and we're able to throw in a lot more, and everyone kind of knows what they're doing a little more.
And talk about yourself. You're probably going to be seen looked at more as a leader, field leader.
Yes, sir.
Talk about how your role has increased and how you're going to embrace that.
Oh, it's big time, especially as a middle linebacker. You're the quarterback of the defense, and that's kind of the role I'm taking on. And I want to be the leader of the defense. I want to be the leader of the team, and I just got to help take this team, and hopefully we can make it happen this season.
And I have one final question. Talk about how a defense can make an offense better.
It's energy. I feel like a defense brings energy to a game. We go out there, we hit people, we get the ball back, get a turnover especially. That's where usually offensive points comes from, and that's our goal. We're keying on turnovers this season, so hopefully we make that happen.